So he's new, so you'll just sit and listen.
Okay.
Teach you everything you need.
This is your tray, right? When you come down, who remembers my thing about this tray?
When you open your silverware, you have to, once you're done with it, don't leave it on the ground. If it falls, you have to pick it back up and put it on your tray.
Right. I don't want to see it on the floor. I don't want to see it anywhere else where you might throw it. If you notice on your tray, you have several different areas and you're going to have food, okay? This one with the circle is with your milk. Now I know the lunch ladies up there are going to say, put that tray down there like this on the thing. When you are finished, if you are right-handed, you are better off putting that little thing here in your right hand. You need to separate your silverware. This packet does not stay whole. We can't throw this or this or this into the recycling this year. That has to go into the garbage that goes on your tray. If you did not use your napkin, and of course your fork goes into that little tray like that. You open your milk. Okay, I do not want to see the milk closed. It needs to be open because it needs to be dumped. So now watch this. I got my stuff all set and ready. I'm going up to go and do my recycling. Okay, I'm going to set my tray down, dump here, dump my milk, throw it away. I'm out of here. How long did that take?
5 seconds.
Not even. 4 to 6 seconds. If this is closed, let's pretend this is all together here. I got my milk closed. Now let's say I got it over here or whatever, okay? I go up there and I set it down. Oh, I forgot to open up my milk. Oh, my milk. I took my milk on. I'm not sure right. Oh, I forgot to open this up. Open that up. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's recyclable. And then you go, oh, I got to throw that away. How long did that take?
About 20 seconds.
24. What one do you want to be out of here in? Okay, you got plenty of time sitting at the table. You will not be excused from this table until you have sorted out your stuff, okay? Just like last year. Who remembers that last year? Okay, let's talk about a little bit about table manners, or about manners for down here. Give me some manner examples.
Can we talk to other people at a different table?
Right, well, that would be good. That's not really manners, though. That, well, kind of.
So that would affect our volume level too, because you have to talk pretty loudly to talk to somebody over there.
Oh, and you say excuse me.
Yes. If you burp or somebody has a fart or something like that, and it's not funny because there are people that have a gastrointestinal problems, and I think there's one in this class that it does happen when they eat. It's not a funny situation. Half the time they don't realize it even happens because it's something that just happens. You don't need to be rude about it. You don't need to acknowledge to that person that it happens. If they say, excuse me, just accept it. Okay?
We'll be able to tell the difference if you're doing it on purpose too, because that will be a write-up. Because I know boys like to burp really loud and they think it's just cool, and it's not, and it will be a write-up.
Yeah, if you're sitting there just continually doing it, making people laugh, that's not appropriate.
I honestly don't think burping is cool. I actually turn them over.
Just disgusting. You're passing on gases.
Yeah.
Don't throw food or slap people with pizza.
Exactly. Your hands stay to yourself or your tray at all times. We don't sit there and kick across. I know last year you were playing some kind of kick tag there and that didn't. No, we don't do that kind of stuff. That's very rude, and somebody will knock stuff over, if not fall and get hurt. Okay? When do we share food in here?
No.
No, why not? Give me 2 examples of why not.
Because they could be allergic, and because like what if somebody tries to steal it and you said, well, they said I could, and because last time.
Is there another reason?
Yes, there is, because if there's like a person that took like half of the pizza and ate out of it, they probably they ate half of the pizza and then they give it to their friend, and the friend eats the rest of the pizza. That would be spreading germs.
Very good. If you have a cold or if you're coming down with the flu, you may not know it until the next day when you're sick. Well, what happened was you just transferred all them germs that you had the day before to your friend, which is now, guess what? Going to be sick. Okay? And like she said, with allergies are very, very important to know about here because we have lots of kids that have allergies. Who can tell me about that table over there with the cover on it?
I don't remember what it is for, but it's like caffeine or something.
No.
It's for no peanuts. The kids who are allergic
Any
to peanuts.
allergies?
No peanuts or allergies, yep. Why would we have that separated though?
Because there could be like someone eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and like some of the peanut butter could like fall or something like that. And
Very close. You guys are very close in that. I'm going to tell you exactly. When we have kids that are very strong allergen, okay? And if they even touch or come in contact with it, can send them to the hospital or cause even death. You cannot touch that table. That's a no contact table. We don't set things on the table. We don't sit on the table. We don't touch it because then they have to continually wipe it and re-sanitize it. Okay? So when you come down, you always wash your hands, correct? Okay? You stand along that wall. We don't grab that table at all. You go get your lunch. You come down, sit nicely down. You go and you line up. And before you go outside, what do we need to make sure that you do? Anybody? Everybody. Wash your hands. Because if you had peanut butter sandwich or you had something with eggs or you had something with, what was the other thing I said?
Well, there's
There's
it
a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
them.
Wash your hands,
So-
period, every time.
Every time, because what happens is all that stuff that's on your hands, you touch the equipment out there. You use the jump rope or the hula hoop and that person comes up to use that, they will have a reaction. She had a reaction last year to somebody touching her jeans that had peanut butter. And she just touched her jean and she had a reaction. So you need to make sure that you take care of and safety of everybody around you too. Okay? Not just yourself, but everybody. Alrighty?
How many of you have family here? Brothers, sisters, cousins? Hey, this has been a rule in the past, but it's really going to be enforced this year. Once you get your tray and you get to your table, you don't get up and you don't go over to the line to hug your little brother or sister, or they don't come over by you to hug you. That's not happening. You stay in your spot until you're dismissed. If we have to warn you more than a few times, you will get a write-up. Same with the sharing of food.
Yep, and you should know that you're not getting up until what? You're excused, right? You have to have everything ready before you're excused, right? All right, these lines that we have several lines. You have your line when you come down. Should I hear you over here? You're lined up over there. Nope. You have a line when you are excused to go to your trays. Should I hear that when you're doing that? Should you be touching anybody else when you go to do that? No. You have a line when you go dump your garbage off your trays. Should I be hearing you all the way down here? But I do. So you gotta be careful of that this year. And then we have the line where you're lining up here ready to go outside. Should I be hearing you there? Should I be seeing you or observing you pushing, kicking, yelling down the whole thing?
When she says, should I be hearing you, does that mean you can't talk? No. It's a level 2. Talk nicely with your neighbor. If she's standing there, that means if she can hear you from that far away, then there's an issue. Doesn't mean this is your free time. Use it appropriately and you won't be in trouble.
Yeah, it's not that we don't want you to talk. We just want you to talk at a level where it's not going to interrupt everybody else that's happening around you, okay?
Cody, what's your question, quick?
My question is, if like our whole class is talking to one another and that whole the whole class's voices mixed together, they make a loud noise.
Yep. If it gets too loud, Mrs. Peters or I or somebody will let you know. Is it your responsibility to tell everybody to shut up? No. Stay out of it, and we'll take care of it.
Yeah. All right, and you're right, it could be. So that way maybe a good suggestion would be, okay, it is getting too loud in here. I'm going to be quiet a minute. I'm going to look at my friend and go like this, and maybe my friend will look at their friend, and then my other friend will look at their friend. Maybe you can get that quieted down a little bit more, and then we don't have to worry about it, okay? So if you're noticing that it's getting really loud, then it's got to be getting loud. What do you think?
Or just lower your voice a little bit. And if everybody does that.
Appropriate language in here. Okay. Do we call people idiots? No. Do we tell people to shut up? No. Do we tell them that, hey, you can't sit here, I got that safe for a friend? No. No. Do we tell them anything that's very rude? Okay, we don't want to be rude people. We want to be very nice people that people want to come and say hi to, right? So we want to use appropriate language. We talked about waiting patiently in line. I think we've covered most of it that we needed to cover. How do you feel about